When you were on the job market, which I know is a big process, what concerns did you have about potentially pursuing a career in economic consulting?
There were two things that were playing on my mind. The first was that I had heard from my peers on the job market that litigation consulting is a very demanding industry, requiring long hours, generally not having very good work-life balance. The second was that I very much like the academic spirit of inquiry for inquiry's sake. That is, you chase down whatever the truth is, whatever the data tells you without any preconceived biases. And I worried that working in a client services space where we were called upon to support a particular client that had a set of goals would mean that we'd be required to tailor those analyses in some way to reach a certain set of preconceived outcomes.
I think those are two very common concerns we hear from candidates who are looking at jobs in economic consulting. So starting with your first concern, the hours, now that you've been here for 3 years, what do your hours look like?
I have on average, that is an average across a year, worked 45 hours a week for all of the 3 years that I've been here. And I think that's a fairly typical number across the firm. It is that way because the firm tries to help us maintain work-life balance. It tries to do that by ensuring that the cases we're getting are commensurate with the capacity that exists in the firm. It's not a perfect science. You do not know the roadmap of a case at the beginning. You do not know everything that it'll need you to do, its goals and objectives. But the firm tries very hard to ensure that on average we do 45 hours. There are ups and downs. I've had some weeks where I've worked in excess of 60 or 65 hours, but those weeks are rare. Even during the periods when we're working very hard, the firm tries to make sure we're comfortable, by providing benefits like allowing us to expense our meals, allowing us to expense our travel. And these are also great bonding moments for a team. It's when you learn a lot about the work you're doing as well as your colleagues.
There's something about going through that, submitting a report as a team.
There is.
It's a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah.
Now, getting into your second concern about the analysis and the impartiality of it, what have you found related to the work you're doing?
So I have found that we will always only put our name and reputation behind findings that we believe in, that we've actually seen in the data. Part of that is because the firm has a culture of integrity, of academic integrity, but it's also the case that it just aligns with good business practices. I have never seen us compromise our values and put forward results that we don't believe in.